Hello, welcome back to school. So, this is gonna be my awesome, amazing story that I had mentioned a couple days ago. So, I was in the bathtub and I was taking a nice warm bath, and um, upon standing up to wash off all the bubbles with the shower, I was starting to get lightheaded. And then I was thinking to myself as I'm leaning up against the wall, I have to go and lay down. Next thing I know, I'm lying on the floor in the bathroom with the shower running. Obviously, the shower curtain didn't make it. Um, so yeah, I came to, and then I was thinking to myself, kind of doing a quick assessment. Okay, I fainted. I'm okay. Nothing's broke. Um, I got, my my upper eye area, like my upper eyebrow area, was a little achy. So I kind of assume I probably hit the handle or something on the what do they call it, on the cupboards. We have one of these weird handle things where you have the initial handle, but then you got like two outer parts that stick up. So I probably hit my head or my eye or eyebrow, whatever, on the part that actually sticks up. If I can, I'll try to include a photo if it will let me, but I don't know. So then I turned off, I thought to myself, okay, I have to turn off the water, get my towels, and go into my bedroom and just lay down. So I turned off the water, I grabbed my towels, I wrapped myself up, and as I was walking from the sink over towards the door, there's a pretty big chunk where there's nothing for me to like hold on to. So I was leaning to grab the door lintel or whatever they call it, the door frame. And so I fell over again, like I totally passed out again. Fainted, whatever. And I came to again, and at that point I think I did more damage because my leg hit the cat litter box. So that's all bruised up. At least the lower part of it is. And there was like a whole lot of blood all over the place around that area. So eventually I did get myself up, and I did go and lay in my bed for a while and just kind of assessing things. Again, I found out that, okay, it just, fainted again, so nothing's broken, everything's okay. So I got to my bed, and I was just laying there and trying to figure out what, putting things together. Later, well, I had talked with a lady that I usually have an appointment with. We talked on the phone because we couldn't meet in person. So I told her what was going on, and so she had told another person on my team about this. And so the second person was already scheduled to come over. So she came over and was kind of looking at things, and by this point I was feeling okay, like a little bit normal for the most part, but I was still kind of wonky in my stomach area, which is kind of interesting. But I had what did I do? We went into the bathroom, and she kind of helped finish, because I tried cleaning off what blood and stuff I could, because it was like all over the place, on my face at least. So she helped me fix that up, and then I mean, she was looking around and she's like, oh my gosh, she got blood everywhere. So she helped me figure out, point out the blood. I cleaned it up. It's like, cool. uh, and so we're discussing about some other stuff, and she's like, I really want you to call your parents or call someone. That I don't want to leave you, and no one knows what's going on. It's like, well, I don't know. I really don't want to, but I did. I called up my mom, and she didn't answer her phone. And so I says, well, mom's not answering. She's probably doing something else. I know on Tuesday she's got something that she does. I forget what it is, but initially I thought she was doing something else. So, we tried again a little bit later. We did, she was curious to know what my, the blood glucose was. So we checked that. And it was a little bit higher than it normally is. But it wasn't, anything to be, alarmed about. So that was, okay. And then, so she says, well, could you call your sister or someone? And it's like, well, I guess I can call my sister. So, well, we did try calling my mom again. And we didn't get anything, and I just left a message. I says, yeah, I'm going to call my sister. So I called my sister, and she answered right away. And, I told her what was going on. After she says, well, I can meet you here in the urgent care here in town, at whatever time. By this time, I think it was almost 5. It was about 30 minutes before 5. And so I says, well, okay, I just have to get some clothes on and then we'll be right down. So then after I got off the phone with her, my mom calls me. She's like, what's going on? And so I told her the whole story as I was getting dressed. And I told her, yeah, so-and-so said that I shouldn't go to bed because I might, not wake up. And she's like, oh, no, if you've been up for, since your incidences this morning, you're fine. It's like, okay, thanks for resting, thanks for putting my mind to rest, because initially I was going to stay up all night just so I didn't have to go to bed. But no, she said, no, you'll be fine. So we went down to the urgent care, got checked in about 5:30. It turns out my aunt was there. I think she's in the ER or something. I don't know. I think she broke a femur or something. So she was there. I think she was going to have surgery the next day. So mom was already in the hospital area right then. So then, once they got me, signed in, we visited with my aunt for a little bit until they actually called us back. So it was nice to see my aunt. And so we went back to wherever, and I told them the story, what was happening. And then they says, well, it's probably just, temperature change of water or standing up from the lower position, and standing up, your blood rushing and not getting up to the brain. But we just want to rule out all, possibilities. So they hooked me up to a heart thing or something. I don't know. And so they're monitoring that. They were monitoring the blood pressure. They were pretty much doing everything. They did it. I think they did a scan of my brain to see if there's any damage there. They did a urine sample. They took a picture of my heart, the electrode stuff or whatever that was going on. Yeah, they did everything. And so about 2 hours, give or take, almost 2 hours, 15 minutes, I don't know. Let's see, 5:30, 6:30, Oh, well, we didn't leave till almost 9, so it was about 3 hours later, I think it was. Almost 3 hours later. Um, we hear back from the doctor, and they said, well, all of the tests we did came back negative. There's nothing that would, indicate why this would happen, within the body. So, yeah, you're pretty much free to go home. um, so the only thing that they had meant, they said that there was something I was low on. I don't know what it is. It's like sodium or something. Um, and then they also said that my heart beats slower. So I think my heart beats at like 50 something beats a minute, which is kind of interesting. But I guess it runs in the family because like my sister and my mom said the same thing. Yeah, our hearts beat slower too. It's like, oh, cool. Maybe that's why we all age so gracefully, because our hearts beat slower. I don't know. So that is why, one, I have a black eye right now, and, there's like a little bit of like on the upper part, I don't know if you can see it. Like on the upper part, there's like a little bit of a nick, like, somewhere around here, give or take. Well, sorry. Somewhere around here, there's there's like a little bit of an open cut there, but it's not like deep or anything. Everything else is just like a big swollen mess. So I'll throw like cold pack on it or something tonight and sleep it off. So yeah, that is why I have a black eye. And I'll probably be stuck with that for like the next 2 weeks or so. From what I've been researching, it takes a couple weeks for that thing to go down. The eyebrow really, it kind of sucks to move the eyebrow because the eyebrow hurts when I move it. The eyelashes, or like the eyelid, it feels okay. Like it doesn't hurt to move the eyelid, but just everything around the eyebrow is like really like swollen or puffy or achy or whatever. So like that's what I've got going on. I think I'm trying to think. I don't know. Someone had said that I was pretty lucky because with the way things looked, like I could have lost my eyeball, which I'm very thankful that I didn't. But yeah, it is one of those things. So that's what happened with the eyeball, and why I have a black eye. It's not makeup. I don't wear makeup. On other notes of things, I had met with my organ teacher today, and we only met for a brief moment of time, which is fine because I was kind of, I don't know. I'm still kind of getting, like, practicing and just trying to get things done. But he said that he's going to be busy with some course he's teaching or something over the summer. Like, it would be the equivalent of, like, if you took a semester course and you took it in the span of, like, a month. That's kind of like what it is. It's like almost like, it's like an accelerated class is what it sounds like. Or like a super, super accelerated class. So he says he's going to be busy like for the next 2 months, I think. So we won't meet until possibly the end of July. And he did say that if he has some spare time, he's going to try to, catch up and kind of see how things are going. He has mentioned that if he's had something going on here or if he's had something going on at the church that he had to go to, and he hears me practicing, he'll just like walk in and just listen. So he is kind of, he's not fully aware of everything of what I'm doing, but he knows that I'm working on stuff. So, yeah, and I'm thinking by the time we do meet, I should have what I need to get learned, and at least into the polishing stages. So that'll be okay. Also, teacher, capital teacher, he says he's, because things have been so wonky with my organ teacher, he's capital teacher, is going to, he's gonna like, I don't know, not necessarily take his place, but he's gonna try to hold me accountable for practicing, because there are times that, yeah, we don't meet for an organ lesson, and I kind of lose motivation because I spent so much time working on it, or maybe I just don't have any motivation because I didn't get any motivation when we last met. I don't know. So, capital teacher with whom I do reading and maths with, and writing and things with Braille, he's gonna he's gonna try to hold me accountable for practicing, keeping on top of things, which is good, because I was like really close with like just giving up, like just quitting the whole thing. And I talked with teacher about it. He says, no, you're not quitting organ. You're not quitting anything. So I'm very happy that I have him to kind of keep me on the straight and narrow in that way. So that pretty much concludes that big amazing story and just things of what's going on. I think we're having classes next week, so I'm actually gonna crawl into bed pretty soon because I'm really tired. That's the other thing. Since this whole thing, I've just been really tired, like recently. So I'm gonna crawl into bed. One of the good things is that I've been like sleeping hard, like really, really hard, which is awesome. But I still have a boatload of homework to do. I have to write out lesson 5 in Braille, and then I have to read lesson 5. I think, and then I gotta write out those contractions. I have to do some maths Braille homework. I have to, music, we don't really have anything, because right now I'm kind of helping teacher learn, helping teacher hold on, let me think here. So, teacher doesn't know how to read music, so in order for him to help me learn it in Braille, I to teach him what he needs to know, at least the basics in musical language, so that when he looks at the music on like the staff, he has a concept of what he's looking at, and he can relate it to the Braille. So it's a little upside down and backwards, but it is kind of neat because it kind of sharpens my understanding of all that elementary stuff too, because it's like, you learn that stuff and then it's like, okay, can you teach it to someone else? Which usually is like the big, if you can teach it to a 5-year-old, you pretty much like, know what you're doing. I don't know. So that's what we're doing. And last time we met for like official music class, this was before holiday. He had 2 weeks of holiday. He just told me, well, I want you to stay on top of your practicing. So I guess that was homework, but it wasn't like anything like written out, like I could turn something in. But I did record how many days I practiced during that time. So we'll see what happens. So next week is regular classes. Um, I also ordered a new agenda, so that'll be exciting when that comes in. Um, so we actually found a company where I could like personalize things, which is like really cool because the one I had before, it's like I had to write everything in like maths, and then I had to write down the pages and stuff. And sometimes it didn't all fit because it just gave you like six little blocks or six little lines or whatever for the whatever it is you had to do, and it just didn't give you enough space. So this one hopefully will be better. It is bigger, like a lot bigger, and it's really really pretty. I think it's gonna be really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll show you guys that when I get that. um Other than that, things are okay. Things are okay. I didn't lose my eye. I don't have a concussion, and um, the swelling and the bruising will go away in due time. I'll just have to be more careful when I'm in the bathtub again. All right. If you want to like, share, and subscribe, you could do that. I gotta find the off button. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the off button? Oh, there it is.